Hi, I'm Liv. I'm here to tell you about this month's featured fabric collection from a Thrifty Notion. This is our January collection. It is sort of a restful, peaceful, hunker down at home and be cozy kind of vibe. I don't know about you, but after the holidays, I just want to take a breath. And generally I have the urge to organize and get stuff out of my house because usually new stuff has come in. And I also just get a feeling of control when I can organize things. That's a me thing though. So anyway, let's get started with this month's fabrics. First up, we have a couple of crinkly, formal, fancy fabrics. This one's called Complete, and it is like a crinkle taffeta. So it's kind of stiff, and you can hear it. It's got that taffeta sound to it. So this one is good for dresses, skirts, formal sort of things that need a lot of body because it's kind of stiff and it's going to hold that shape fairly well. Next is called Bounteous, and it's more like a chiffon. It's a little more see-through. It's got a little more fluid drape to it. Again, fairly fancy. And these two play nicely together. So costuming or just something really dramatic and beautiful, definitely these two are good for that. We don't have a ton of them, but used together, they could make something gorgeous. Then we've got just a little bit of rayon. So this is called Delight. And again, this is kind of a small piece, but it's just this neutral, natural, pretty rayon. Nice fluid drape. Good for blouses. I wouldn't use it for slacks just because it's pretty thin and see-through, but blouses, dresses, those sorts of things. Or a lining. Next is a rayon blend, and this one has some spandex in it. So let me just demonstrate the stretch without making an avalanche. Pretty stretchy sideways, not too stretchy up and down. Well, no, actually that's the selvage. So vertically very stretchy, but horizontally not so much. You can turn the fabric whichever way works best for you, but we have a fair amount of this one, and it is called Indulgence. Nice flowy drape on this one. Slacks, dress. I don't know about a blouse. It might be a little thick for a blouse. And this is also a rayon. This is kind of more what you think of with rayons. Ooh, we've got some stringy bits. All right. Fairly sheer. This is a crinkle rayon. We've had quite a few of these come through. I really like them. They are clearancing out of the Robert Kaufman warehouse, and so I'm just taking advantage of that. They're real pretty and we like them. So you get discounted rayon from a top quality fabric manufacturer. That's pretty great. This one's just called Olive. Good for dresses and skirts. Next we have these two flannels. Whoop. All right, I'll just show this one. This one's called Sage. It is just a big check, big buffalo check. This is not big box store flannel. This is quilt shop flannel. So it is a higher quality. It is a higher thread count, though I can't tell you exactly what that number is. It feels better. It's the Robert Kaufman Mammoth flannel. So it's just nice and chunky and sturdy. You can feel that it's just a little bit nicer. So pajama bottoms, flannel shirts, blankets, backings for quilts. It's just fluffy cotton, really nice for all kinds of things. Definitely pre-wash this before you sew it. Flannel shrinks quite a bit, so you want to shrink it before you sew it. Same thing, different pattern. This one's called Shadow. It's just this nice kind of, I don't know, it's not quite gray, but it's not quite brown either. Mushroom, plaid. Another really nice flannel out of that same collection, so just good stuff. All right, this is more Dschach. This is just a natural cotton, loosely woven, medium weight fabric. Really nice for woven tops, sort of woven short sleeve tops are really nice out of this sort of thing. It is fairly sheer just because it is loosely woven. Nice and breathable. It's gonna feel really nice in warmer weather. In cooler weather, it's good for layering. So this one is called Leisure. Another kind of natural cotton. It's got those little, I don't even know what they're called. They're little bits of the cotton that are unbleached, little dark spots in there. So this one's called Interlude. Again, this would be excellent for something like a woven top or blouse. Historical costuming, this one's kind of got that rustic feel for a kind of a regular worker's sort of shirt. It does have a little bit of a crinkle effect to the weave. That might iron out, but I don't know if you'd want to do that. Anyway, good medium weight, sturdy, natural cotton here. All right, this is just a vintage cotton shirting. It is vintage, so it's only 36 inches wide, and it has been pre-washed. Again, kind of for that historical costuming. It's nothing particularly fancy, but it's just, you can tell it's different than modern stuff. So you got a nice stripe on this cotton. It's a lightweight, more like a button-up sort of shirt fabric. You could also use it for quilting. This one's called Intention. This is my favorite out of this whole entire collection because it has weird creatures on it. It's got these giraffes with like extra long necks. This one's called Daydream, and the colors on this, I just love it. I just love it so much. Basically, it's a shirting. You could use it for quilting. It's cotton, just a nice basic cotton fabric. Not particularly fluid in the drape, but just nice. More like a quilting weight cotton, but it might be fun as like a button-up shirt. You do have to iron these kinds of things, but that's not the end of the world. Ironing is okay. Sometimes it makes things just look better. Okay, this one is a knit. Again, we're kind of going with that natural vibe. This is unbleached cotton. Is sort of a, it's a French terry kind of knit. It's fairly thin and see-through. Again, more like a, maybe a cardigan or just a kind of draped top. Has lovely drape on it. This one's called Bliss. It's just natural cotton. It feels really nice and squishy. It's got good drape. Okay, we have more of this Waffle Weave. This is a woven cotton, medium weight. It looks like what I'm wearing. It looks like a thermal waffle knit fabric, but it is woven, so it's not stretchy, and it would make excellent pajamas. That's my favorite idea for this, but you could also just make regular, like a shirt, blouse, that kind of thing out of it. It's just, it's a nice medium weight cotton with an interesting texture. It is probably going to be just a little bit warmer than a regular cotton because it has these little waffles. They hold little pockets of air, which keep you warmer. So we have this one, which is called Natural. And we have the same thing in more of a bleach white, and this one is called Fresh. Same deal. We also have it from previous collections in gray and black. So if you like this, or if you want to mix and match your colors, just look for this Waffle Weave. Type in Waffle Weave, it'll pop up. Got a whole bunch of this. Moving into our more luxurious fibers. This is just a white linen. This is called Harmony. Nice medium weight linen. You could dye this if you want to. It's got some starch in it, so it's going to be more fluid and have better drape after it's washed. And I would definitely wash it before you sew it because again, this is going to shrink. So we have that called Harmony, just a nice simple white linen. Good for shirts and dresses. You could even do slacks. It is a bit see-through, so you'd probably want to line them. This one is a little bit of a mystery. I think it has some rayon in it just because the drape is a little different, but I think it's a linen rayon blend. That's my best guess. We don't know for sure, but we're pretty good guessers. So nice drape on this one, just a nice natural neutral color on this. It is a little crinkly. It has been pre-washed. And I don't know what the name is. We'll have to figure that out. Kelly will put it in the slide because she's editing this lovely video. Yeah, neutral, natural rayon blend. Okay, now we have silk. This is called China silk. It is, that's the type of fabric. The name of this fabric is juniper. So China silk is just a very, very fine, lightweight silk, super thin. It's kind of intended to be a lining, but you could also use it as just a beautiful blouse. It's very light, so probably can't hold up to anything where it's going to have a lot of weight, like a bigger skirt or dress. Blouse is probably your best bet, or like lingerie, camisole, that kind of thing, unless you're using it as lining, which it is perfect for. So that's juniper, and it's also vintage, so it's only 36 inches wide. Then we have this one called Purpose, which is a raw silk. It's got just a, it's not super sticky. Sometimes silk is sticky. This one's not. Very slubby, natural silk. Like this is the natural cocoon color. It's got a few little variations and slubs. It's just really pretty and has gorgeous texture. It feels amazing. So woven top, dress, skirt, slacks, all of those things. Very, very pretty and luxurious. And this one is called Purpose. Then we just have this one little piece of silk suiting. This is a houndstooth, so you can see it's meant to be suiting. It is a touch sticky, meaning it sort of sticks to itself a little bit. There's not a ton here, so probably just a skirt, maybe something like a vest or jacket if you're not a very big person. Medium to small humans could probably get a jacket out of this if you're really clever with your pattern cutting, but probably a skirt out of this one. It's just pretty. And it's called Tranquility. This is a wool suiting called Snug. And, oops, let's go this way. It's kind of a lighter weight suiting, good for slacks. You can make a jacket or a vest out of this. You can see it's got nice drape. Just a good wool fabric. And this one's called Tranquility. Kind of oatmeal-y vibe. It's maybe too gray to be oatmeal, but again, it's more like a winter suit weight. You could also make a jacket out of this. You would want to line it. All the parts of a suit, excellent out of this one as well. It's nice and soft. All of these wools are going to be just a little bit itchy if you have sensitive skin, so we always recommend that you go ahead and line it if it's going to be against your body. It's also just better for clothing if you wear undergarments. Your outer clothing shouldn't necessarily be touching your skin if you want to extend the life and wear of that item, because if it doesn't touch your skin, you don't have to wash it as often, which means it lasts longer. Historically, that's kind of how things were done. We've gotten away from that as we've made it easier to wash clothing. Okay, my sermon is over. This is the final fabric from this month's collection. Happy sewing! Okay, I'm done.